There's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The slot man in motion right.
A man who missed all of 2021. This is J.K. Dobbins.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Brissett. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the 1st.
And typically when we see this jumping, is it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got him on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
In motion left, the tight end.
Dobbins is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They get this out quickly to the left side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
From his goal line here, gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Well, not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Brissett. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill puts it off. So problems with air passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Open man right side is Shark.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Second down at 5. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
Touchdown Raiders.
Kyle Pitts
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Raiders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
You know, the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Cannon now elects to bring this out. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Andre Cisco there on the stop.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 9.
To throw is Goff. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Running on first down, Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Goff now looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Up the middle with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Quinn Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. Thomas brings it in. Touchdown, Broncos. Logan Thomas, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are back within a score. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored.
This is caught inside the 15.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
67 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second down and goal. Brissett. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Kyle Pitts
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Cannon now elects to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think?
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play action now. Brissett.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Brissett.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw, Brissett.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Brissett. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. DJ Chark
in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And got his man complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
On second and very short. Goff. Well, that'll be caught by Kupp. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This is a counter play. Eckler. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll return it from the 6. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Brissett. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point try good by Gano. And they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Cannon now elects to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back to throw. Goff.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Brissett. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This from 44 yards away. Gano's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Cannon now elects to bring this out.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out.
And they finally got to him at the 2-yard line. Almost coast to coast. What a great return. They'll be set up beautifully.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Listen.
Here's Gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Davion Taylor,
the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tough assignment here. 3rd and goal from the 12.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Tim Patrick, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Broncos 17. Justin Tucker is set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field, fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Dobbins.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hey, kill. Got it.
Brissett sets to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
After the interception, here's Goff. Going up top for Kupp. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39, Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Goff.
They'll complete this one to Watson.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
Raiders 38, Broncos 24. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This take it in at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Brissett to throw on first. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How did that not connect? That's one of the rare deep balls he hasn't hit so far. 5 touchdowns already. And you see he's still airing it out. I wonder if he's getting run plays that are sent in, and he's switching them to deep passes.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey,
On play action, Brissett.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. DJ Chark, 64 yards.
And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Cannon now elects to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Goff on first down. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, it's gone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Cannon now elects to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Goff now looks to throw. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Now a first down throw. Goff. He'll get this to Eckler.
He's got room at the 30.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
One last throw here for Goff. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer.
Broncos 32.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for two. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2 points.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for Las Vegas,
they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver,